Welcome back. This is going to be a 3-color video using color shift powders. So I have 3/4 cups of Dead on Plastics swim bait jerk bait and this Nordic color shift pearl pigment from Dip Your Car. And if you can see, it has like a blue hint to it. Another way to get these, if you don't have these powders that I'll be using today, is you can use like highlight powders, because when you use highlight, you don't always see the green. Well, this is green highlight, so you don't always see whatever color highlight it is. But I'm going to be doing it in Ectocrawl and the Duster. Ectocrawl is from Angling AI. It's a 3.4-inch crawfish. They have a 4-inch version. And then the Duster is a 7.5-inch ice bait from Fat Guys Fishing. And a way to get these colors to really come out is just a tiny bit of black. So, starting with, and you don't need a lot of these powders. I would start with the sample colors if you're getting these powders. Little 5-gram bags, because they are expensive to get full size bags. And turn your fans down for this, because you don't want to lose all your pigment or powder. Alright, that was 1/32 of a teaspoon, so a very, very tiny amount. And using any powders, you really have to stir them in, because they'll clump up, just to make sure you get everything stirred in. Okay, I did the stirring off camera because it takes a little while to stir it all in. And already, that is a stunning color without any black. So I'm actually going to degas this, and since I don't have so much plastic, I'm going to degas it without adding any other colors. I'm going to do the Dusters, because the Dusters take pretty much no plastic. That way I can make sure that we have enough for doing those two with the other colors, because there will be multiple colors done with this, including a simple color for the test color at the end of this. So I'm going to reheat that, degas it, and I'll meet you back when that is all done. And one thing with these, you want to make sure there's no contaminants. So like, well, can't even see it. That was on the outside of my cup. You don't want to throw that in, because that will just absolutely ruin your color. So you want to be careful with, like, when you stir, you get that little film on the outside, or on the edge of the cup from it shaking around. You want to make sure there's no contaminants in that. That way, when you put it in, it doesn't destroy your color. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and degas that. Okay, got it all degassed, heated up, ready for injecting. They have lots of other cool, like really cool pigments, and it's called Dip Your Car because they're for car paints. Although they make stunning baits. Some of their ZTs, like ZTG, ZTA, and all that, those are amazing colors. The cheapest ones are always just the regular pearls, because the color shifts are where it gets expensive. Especially when they're releasing like a new color. It's usually only in big packets, and it's like $100. Although then again, they're for cars, so. So while that cools, well, actually, it's not gonna work. I was gonna go ahead and start making the same color just with what I'm gonna do to it. Although I can't because I gotta wait until I can get the runner. I do advise setting your knives on something. That's what I'm doing below the camera. The camera's sitting on a mold, so I'm just setting it up like that because I've had it before where it actually came flying out of the cup and flung hot plastic everywhere, which is obviously not good. So, okay, ice baits are cooled down enough. These are the 3/4 inch dusters. Okay, so I got bubbles in like absolutely every one of those. What a terrible example. I don't know how I degassed that twice. But you can see the color there. It's easier to see it in the runner. But I am going to redo those off camera. And then I'll meet you back when it's time for the next color, same color, just adding something to the existing color. I don't want to make this too long because I have to have time for the test color at the end. So I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, pre-injected the ice bait. Okay, a little bit better, but still a decent amount of bubbles in some of them. I don't think I had the plastic hot enough, but there is the little ice bait. Right now in the state that color shift is in, it almost looks like a highlight powder. But we're gonna tweak it a little bit once I reheat that and get everything melted back down. And I will show you that here in a second. Okay, plastisol is reheated, melted back down. So we're gonna use black. You're probably thinking black's gonna ruin the color. Why in the world would you use black? Black is actually gonna bring the color out. You don't want to overdo the black though. So literally like one drop. Or two. Okay, so, okay, can't really see it on the butter knife, but you can see how it brings out all the blues, and there is like some purple hints to it, green. And you can add more if you want it darker, so just don't overdo it. So if you want it darker, just go one drop at a time. And for this amount of plastisol, I would say no more than 5 for 3/4. So like, if you're doing a whole cup, I would not go over 6 drops. Okay, so now I'm going to reheat, degas, and then I'll meet you back when it's time to inject. Okay, it is degassed and reheated, ready for injecting. I'm gonna start with the, what's it called? Ecto Girl. Okay, there was a piece of plastic stuck in my injector that I didn't get out from last time. And if you would like to buy any of these baits or have questions or custom orders, just email me. I'll put my email up at the end of the video. And I'll respond to my emails as quick as possible, or as soon as possible. Okay, and if you're planning on using a color multiple times or a lot, or doing like production, if you push all your extra plastic out of the injector slowly, it'll give all those bubbles time to pop on the surface to the point where you pretty much won't have to degas it again. Okay, I'm gonna let those cool down. I'm gonna start heating up the test color. I don't have a name for it, although the base of the color is going to be chameleon dye. So, kind of guess where we're going from there. But, gonna show you a trick that I've done in some other cases, but I haven't done with this chameleon dye. So, it should come out good, hopefully. It does. But I will meet you back when it's time to demold. Okay, demolding time, starting with the dusters. Okay. Dusters look good. They still are very see-through because they're such a tiny bait. But they did good. The Ecto Crawl will look the best here. These would probably make a great stickworm. Yeah. See all the thin spots, then you got the body of them. Once the light hits them, they're almost completely gray. There's not really any color change to them. Although in the water, talk about awesome. You can see all the purple. I just take one of my Pyrex cups and put water in it. I mainly do that for can't think. Oh, salmon eggs. Because they are a dense bait, it just helps them start the curing process faster. Okay, 30 more seconds on that, and that will be ready. Those ice baits look awesome in the water as well. You can see the appendages way easier. Okay, that should be ready. I heated this up earlier. I just let it set up. That way it would reheat faster. This color is going to be done in my salmon egg mold, so I'll have to go get that here in a second. But I'm just going to be building the color right now. So, base color. Chameleon dye from Loreworks. An amazing color on its own. Yeah. That was 15 drops. Alright, so this color is not actually purple. In the dark, it is like a mix of a Carolina pumpkin with watermelon. So, obviously, when the light hits it, it turns purple. I'm going to try and turn that purple into a red. So, the amber from Loreworks has a lot of the same color qualities as the like watermelon or pumpkin color in this. So that should keep the pumpkin looking kind of the same. Just 3 drops of that. And then some okay, I added 2 more drops. And then 5 cherry red. That is the 120. All Loreworks pigments have numbers that go with their pigments. So like, I think the watermelon is 109. And then amber's 114. Okay, I need to reheat that. Alright, so I'm going to reheat that quick, and I'll meet you back when that's reheated. Okay, I might have overdid it on the cherry red, but it should still look good. Okay, so here is what it looks like when you start. It's just that watermelon-y color, and then in the light it's purple. And then after we added the amber, that's what it looked like. And then it's more of a pink. Here, let me put it on the mold. There you can see the contrast better. But now, okay, that seemed to work pretty good. It still has watermelon qualities to it, and then in the light, it is bright red. So from that to that. Alright, I'm going to heat that up degas it, and I'll meet you back when it's time for injection. Okay, it is ready to go. Camera might be a little bit shaky. Hopefully it's not, but I can't really tell. If you hear that noise, it's usually okay. You just got a little bit of air in your injector. You can push a little bit of it out to make sure that you're not just pushing straight air into your molds. Uh-oh, I ran out of plastic. Well, not all of them are gonna be good. Measured out a little bit too less, if that's even a thing, or word, or correct grammar, whatever. Alright, so here is just straight chameleon dye by itself. You can see how it lights up purple. Well, kind of shines purple. But once it's time to demold these, I will take them outside into my driveway and show you these ones versus these ones. Always take your baits you make into natural light. Even crankbaits, flies, everything. It's always different in natural light. Artificial light does not do justice. Even if your artificial light is supposedly the best, closest to sunlight, even white LEDs or yellow LEDs, it don't matter. Outside is still the best. So if you're making your baits inside and using one of them respirator masks, once you're done making your baits, head outside. Or depending on where you live, if you need to, get in your car and drive down a little bit. If you're in like an apartment building or something and you need somewhere where there's natural light, get out at a park or something, shine your baits. And it doesn't have to be every day. It could just be like after you've done 5 or 10 new colors. But you always want to take them out into natural light. It seems to go the best. Okay. Oh yeah. Those are good. Those are stunning. Did I even get any good ones? It looks like I got one good chain. All the other ones are just filled with air. Well, that sucks, but you can't win them all. Best part about that though, you just throw them back in. Okay. Got rid of the really bad ones. There's the good ones. There's the originals. Okay, so now let me take them out. Okay, here's a great spot. So, there's the originals. With the purple. Alright, you can get the point. And then there's the new ones with the red. There's today's baits. I'll get a better shot of them later. I'll put my email up on the screen once I get the good shot of these. But I will catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed or learned something.